Good evening, everyone, and sorry for the delay. So we'll just start in a minute. So anybody who's expecting the colleagues or clients, please do ask them to join so that we start off immediately. Okay, everybody can see the screen. And am I audible? Okay, so we will start right now. Since this was the series end of June and we have just started with the new series. So today we'll roughly talk about more about rollovers, where sectors we have seen good, strong rollovers and where there has been weak rollovers, and what do rollovers actually imply, and how can it help you to make appropriate trades for at least for the first week coming ahead. Okay, so rollovers, as we all know, what is rollovers? It is just how the previous series positions have been played into the next one. So June series, whatever positions they have carried on, or whether it's on the long side or the short side, so whether the particular script is going to go perform well or it is going to slide down. So these all things gives you a very large picture if you understand rollovers. So we saw Nifty rollovers at 76%, and it is way higher than the previous 3 to 4 months of average, which was in line around 70%. So Nifty rollovers were highest on the higher side, with also month on month cost increasing, which indicates that it is a bullish trend for Nifty. And it was expected that Nifty might touch 19,300 zones around first. Then probably any sort of profit booking can be seen. So today we saw that happening. Nifty opened strong and the gains were held on to that. And we saw Nifty rallying towards 19,200 to 300 odd points. Somebody saying they can't hear. Is it not audible? Okay, it is clearly audible. Thank you. So whoever is having trouble, please, you have to check your internet connections. So Nifty, like I said, it is bullish, and we saw that rally happening today. And Bank Nifty, we saw rollovers of 79%, which was lower than the past 3 to 4 months, where it was around 84%. So Bank Nifty was consolidating for the past 30 sessions. After that, we saw the rally happening today, and today all the indices were at all-time highs, and we have closed also on a very strong note. So Bank Nifty, though the rolls have been little lower, but it has the potential to test 47,000 also this series. So Bank Nifty has a lot of upside, and it is a mixed bag of roles because PSU banks are underperforming, and private banks, though they're not sliding down, but they're also not marching their way ahead like expected. So which is why Bank Nifty is in little indecisive zones, but Nifty definitely is going to move ahead from here, and Bank Nifty, yes, towards 47,000 can be expected. So this is how the structure for Nifty and Bank Nifty is placed as per rollover data. So sector-wise roles, what we saw is that we saw very strong rollovers in financials, in pharma, in realty, in infra, in telecom. These were few sectors where rollovers were very strong. So out of that, we saw today pharma, of course, outperforming, and telecom today also had a good run. be it Tata Communication, be it Indus Tower, be it Bharti Airtel, they're all looking good for a strong rally this series. Apart from that, Realty and Infra also very well placed. Today I gave a call in JMR Infra, because JMR Infra I have mentioned also, it is completely at a very strong support zones of 42.5 to 43 zones. And if it sustains this, you will see rally towards 47 to 50 in no time. So GMR Infra is one of the top picks for right now in infra. Realty, of course, DLF, Godrej Properties, they are all set to make good, good to see good rally upside. Godrej Properties, particularly, one can have a look. It can do 1750 to 1800 zones as well. Pharma, if I had given a call last week, not on Biocon, actually this Monday only, where it was at 242 and expected targets was 260. I had given an option trade of 250 call at around 5 rupees, and today it was trading at around 17 to 18. So the targets were met, and Biocon, if sustains above 260, you will see the next target coming towards 285 zones. Syngene also, if it crosses 800, you will see a strong upside towards 860 to 880 zones. So these two counters, they saw also very aggressive rolls, and they are all set to see those levels that we are talking about today. Financials, ICICI General Insurance is very well placed for targets towards 1500. So one can have a look at that as well. Chola Finance is also one of the top picks when it comes to financials. PFC REC, though they have and they have saw massive rally in the last series, they might take a breather, but they're also good to see levels of 250 zones for PFC and REC moving towards 200. So these are few counters in the sectors that has witnessed very strong rolls. So you can keep your eyes on those counters. So weak rollovers we saw was in little bit of FMCG mixed bag particularly, and among that HUL has shown a little weaker side rolls. I mean the rolls were higher side, but decrease in cost, which indicates that we might see some slide down in HUL. So that is one counter one can look. MCX was expected to see a very big dip today, which happened already. So it has taken support at around 1400 zones. From here, if it holds, it will see gradually moving towards again 1700. So that will be a gradual process, nothing to be aggressive about. So these are pretty much about rollovers. And if you see the weekly setup, this is how the setup looks. You can see, like I said, chemicals is a mixed bag that is little underperforming. Also in rollovers, this was one sector where we saw weaker rolls. So chemical was underperforming today. And turnaround sectors, like I mentioned, autos, metals, and capital goods, again, can be strong sectors to look around today for this series. And auto has given that glimpse today. Maruti almost at 10,000 zones, and Aisha Motors, Bharat Forge, Ashok Leyland, Motherson, they're all looking very strong for a very good rally, at least for a 10% rally, from here. So keep an eye on that. Capital goods, ABB still becomes the top pick. It is good to see around 4,800 zones to 5,000 in this series. So these are few counters one should look. And the big boys, the large caps, HDFC Bank, Reliance, they saw rollovers of more than 98%. Infosys also saw rolls of 97% with increase in cost, which means that they're bullish for the series. So have a look at that. So this is pretty much what we saw in rollovers. So any other, so now we'll take on queries. So please to ask me your stock queries. I will try to answer as much as possible. Even if I miss, I will definitely, I'm posting it my email ID. Do email me. I'll definitely get back to you on this. And also join our Telegram channel, because people keep asking me, I have not seen this call on the group or something. WhatsApp group, we might miss, but Telegram, you will get all the, updates. Okay, IT looks positive. It will be a mixed bag. It will be a slow process, but yes, it is positive. Hindalco, today we have a call. We have a bull spread strategy. It is looking good for targets of 450 and above. Bajaj Finance, it should hold 7,000 and you should look towards targets of 7,400 to 7,600. Power saw little, weaker role. So Tata Power, if it holds 215, we will see targets of 235 to 240. Indus Tower, 160 is a good support. You will see targets of 170 to 178. Persistent, as long as it is holding 4,900, you can see again targets toward 5,500. PEL has run up a lot. Now 900 should be a stop loss. It has to hold above that for higher targets. Maruti almost at 10,000, so no fresh views as of now. You can't have a fresh entry right now. Ashok Leyland, once above 168, 69 zones, it will see 180s. SRF, if it is not coming above 2,400, you need to exit. Thank you, Mr. Sunil. Tata Communication, yes, was a very good call. And I would request everybody to stick to only derivative calls. I can't answer, cash equities. Coal India above 240, a good counter again to enter. UPL 700 is resistance. Only above that, a good buy. SBI is in a consolidation zone, but it will move towards 600. PNB, the range is between 50 to 55 zones. So that is where it is consolidating and it is playing out. Voltas, again, 700 tight stop loss and look for targets towards 820 to 840. Canfin Homes above 800, again, a very strong buy. It will give a fresh breakout. LTTS moving towards 5,200 to 5,300. Tata Communication was at 22, sir. If you have missed it, then you must have seen that, you must have been late because people have got into that and they have booked profits also. Sun Pharma, very good call. Thank you so much. Bob, 185 should be a good support and move towards 200 again. Today persistent took stop loss, yes, and then moved back. See, that happens, but we in derivatives, when you need to maintain, discipline. Even if it moves back, then that doesn't mean that you can't, respect the stop loss levels. You have to. Should we wait for correction? I don't think so, because Nifty is in a new territory. Today, I had given a short note on, how FI's data and how Nifty has moved together. So as long as FIs are holding above 65% or let's say 60% longs, you should not see any correction. DLF, it is looking good for targets of 530 to 540. Mr. Abhijit, we just spoke about suggestions on sectors for next week to focus. SBI also we spoke. Reliance, it is actually, it has witnessed longs and very aggressive rollovers of 98%. So I'm hoping to see 2,600 and above zones soon. Titan, again, it should hold 3,000 to see targets of 3,300. CUB is in a no trade zone. 120, 122 is a good support, but then it is having resistance also at around 135 to 137 zones. Polycab, we had book profit. OFSS also we book profit. Metals is looking good. It is, but it might take some time for metals to, shine. Hind Copper also saw the most aggressive rollovers in metals. If it holds this 114, 113 zones, it should move towards 122, 125 zones. Ibel Housing Finance, 125 to 130 is the target. ABFRL 220, it has to sustain above that for upside targets of 235. Bandhan Bank, if it breaks below 240, it is again into a weaker zone to slip towards 230. RBL Bank, keep a trailing stop loss of 180 and look for targets of 195. Only FNO stocks, please. MRPL is not in FNO. Okay, we'll launch the poll as always. So please take quick 1 minute and do participate in this. It is a ritual that we do. M&M is actually looking very good. Look for targets of 1480 to 1500 zone. It has given a breakout also, and rollovers are also good. So M&M is also actually a very strong counter to focus coming week. GNFC is also bullish as long as it is holding 595. BSoft gave a fresh breakout above 350. As long as we are holding that, look for targets of 385 to 400. Apollo Hospital, I might just have to look at the data. Please email me. I'll definitely get back to you. Tamo has given a breakout again above 600. Let's see if it sustains that or not. Wipro again above 400, a good buy. IDFC First Bank, 80 is the resistance. This is where it is playing. GMR, can you re-enter? Like I said, stop loss of 42. You can do that. GNFC, as long as it is holding 595, it should do 650 to 660. Again, Wockhardt is not in FNO. Please, only FNO stocks. I hope everybody is enjoying PL derivative calls, recommendations, trades, and making money. Sale will do 95 to 100 zones again. Gale 100 is a good support. Again, and 110 can come. Godrej Supi 1100 is the target, which is almost done. How do I get PL calls and suggestions? Sir, you have to open an account with us. Thank you, Mr. Mukesh. Thank you so much. I hope everybody has done the poll. IVL Housing also, we have just discussed targets of 130 can do. Tata Steel again above 115 should be a buy. If anybody is interested in opening an account with PL, please do email me. I've shared my email ID. I will get the consent team connected with you and you can go ahead. Please do please mark an email with your name and your contact number so that it becomes easy. Manappuram 130 above, it has to sustain for targets of 145 to 150. Adani Enterprises, I'll have to look. Please email me. Tata Motors, like I said, if 600 is holding on and we stick on to that, then you will definitely see targets of 640. Imagica is not in FNO. Okay, there are many queries. I might miss, many of them. So please do not panic. Do email and I'll get back to you. TCS 3300, 3400 is the target that we're looking at upon on immediate basis. Siemens again 3800 to 4000 can be seen. Mr. Kiran Kumar, I don't understand. I'm repeatedly saying it's only FNO stocks. Why are you asking only non-FNO counters? Okay, so I guess we can, I've tried and answer as many as possible. Whatever I have missed, please do email. I'll definitely get back to you. Thank you so much for joining in and taking out your precious time. I'm very, very grateful that, we are doing this regularly every week now, and we'll try to continue with this process so that we have an interaction always. And so thank you.